Let us understand details related to subqueries. We'll also briefly discuss about nested subqueries, which is very important. We can have queries in from clause, and such queries are called as subqueries. Subqueries are commonly used with queries using analytic functions to filter the data further. We will see details after going through analytic functions as part of this section. Don't worry too much about if you do not understand when I say analytics functions at this time. It is mandatory to have alias for the subquery in Postgres. Subqueries can also be used in where clause with in as well as exists. In and exists are special operators to filter the data. When we use in or exists, we can actually specify subqueries after in or exists or not in or not exists. As part of the subquery, we can have join-like conditions between tables in from clause of the main query and subquery. Such queries are called as nested subqueries. If you want to see an example, you can see it here. This is how it will look like. You have the main query saying select star from order items y where y dot order item already not in, and as part of the subquery that is defined as part of not in, you can see there is a join between order items dot order item order id and orders dot order id. This is how a nested subquery will look like. I just want to show an example because it is very important. We will run this at a later point in time and you will see the results as well. That being said, let's go back here. Let's load the SQL magic, and also let's create database underscore URL environment variable. This is the simplest example for a subquery. I just said select star from, in circular brackets, select current date, which is to get the current date. It is also a query, and this is how it will look like. And then you can provide alias like this. You have to provide an alias in Postgres for the subquery. If you don't have alias, it will fail. You can see that it failed. However, if I undo and if I run, it will work. As is not mandatory. You can remove as and still provide the alias as q here, and still it will work. But some people follow it as a practice to have as while specifying the aliases. If you want to follow that practice, you can specify as like this. Let's see a realistic example for a subquery. We'll get into details related to this query after covering analytic functions. So this is how a subquery will look like. So there are two levels of subqueries in this. This is the first level. It starts from here and ends here. I named it as NQ1. NQ1 stands for nested query. In this, again, as part of the from clause, you can see another subquery. It is named as NQ. In most of the databases, you can have as many levels of subqueries as you want. However, it is not a good practice to have more than 3 levels. If you are developing a query with more than 3 levels of subqueries, then you might have to look into it and redesign the whole logic. That being said, this is how a 2-level subquery will look like. If you don't understand this query, don't worry too much about it. You will understand once we go through the analytic functions. I just want to show a realistic example where we have to use subqueries. This is one of the example. In this case, I'm trying to get top 5 products every day based on the revenue, and you can actually see the results here. So for 2013 July 25th, the top performing product ID is 1004 and the revenue is $5,599.72. Rank is 1. You can see 5 records for 2013 July 25th. Then you can see the records for 2013 July 26th. So to achieve these kind of results on top of our transactional tables, we have to use subqueries. Without subqueries, it is not possible. Multiple realistic examples for nested subqueries. Now we are talking about nested subqueries. All these examples use either in or exists operator. So you can see here, I have already highlighted this before. We have the main query. This is the main query. In this, as part of not in, we are using subquery. The tables in the main query and the table in the subquery are joined using the condition like this, and hence it is called as nested subquery. You can see the results. You should be able to see that there are no orders in order items where there are no corresponding records in orders. These are expected results, and hence we are good to go. This is with in instead of not in, and you should be able to see the results. You can also get the count. We have 172,198 records in order items, and hence we should be getting that in this case. You can see the count as 172,198, which means the nested subquery is working as expected. This is with exists operator. Instead of not in, I'm using not exists. This is how exists or not exists will look like. We don't need to specify any column here. We can use literals. This is also an example for nested subquery. Here also we are performing the condition similar to join between the table in the main query and the table in the subquery. This also will work as expected. As we don't have any records in order items where there are no corresponding records in orders, we got 0 rows as output. This will give us all the records that are there in odd items as well as in orders. These are alternatives for join. We don't need to write queries like this. Just to demonstrate how the nested subqueries will look like, I am using this simple example. Based on your requirements, in some cases you might not be able to express the logic using joins. In those scenarios, you can use exists or not exists with subquery, or in or not in with subquery. Most of these can actually be taken care using joins also. And hence these days we typically don't use this approach, but earlier we used to use this approach quite often. There are some extreme examples where you have to use nested subqueries over joins. Don't break your head on those things at this time, but make sure that you understand there's the concept of nested subquery, and if you go through the query, you should be in a position to understand what it is doing, and then you can improvise on top of it if there is a requirement to enhance the existing queries. So this is about the subqueries as well as nested subqueries. Make sure you understand both. They are very, very important, and you should be in a position to write subqueries as well as nested subqueries based upon the requirements, especially as part of the data engineering projects or BA projects, or even in mobile or web applications where you have to get some reports developed. In those cases, you have to use these type of queries, and hence you have to be comfortable with this.